Hello students, next we are going to discuss about in our previous class we have discussed about molecularity, order, differences between molecularity and order. In today's class we are going to discuss about one more important concept, that is integrated rate equations. So here we are going to derive two rate equations, integrated rate equations. One is for zero order reaction and second one is for first order reaction. So what is this integrated rate equation? So far we have studied about differential rate equations. Okay, differential rate equations. Okay, in that case instantaneous rate is calculated as a tangent drawn over the curve of concentration versus time. It's not the most convenient method because graphical methods lead to many confusions and even many errors. The tangent of that slope will not give you the correct result or instantaneous rate of a reaction. So for that purpose, in order to calculate the instantaneous rate as well as the correct accurate rate of a chemical reaction, we are going for integration. Okay, integrated equation means for small interval of time. For a small interval of time, we calculate the rate and we add it for entire reaction. Understood? Yes. So now, for rate constant of zero order reaction. So this is very important. Definitely you will get this question for 3 marks in your annual examination. We have to consider a zero order reaction. Okay? Consider a zero order reaction. So you have to write all these things in which reactant R gives you product P, or you can write it here, R gives you product P. This is a zero order reaction. Now you write the rate equation. Rate is equal to what? Minus d of R by dt, which is equal to K into R to the power 0. Why? This reaction is zero order reaction. And now I'll write this as minus dr by dt is equal to K into 1, because since R to the power 0 is equal to how much? That's equal to 1. Now I'll rearrange this. dr by dt is equal to minus K. Okay, you can write like this, or you do one thing, K into 1 is equal to K itself. dr, you bring dt here. Okay, you bring dt here. So dr is equal to minus K into dt. Very simple rearrangement. You bring dt here, minus sign here, you write minus sign here. dr is equal to minus K dt. What is the next step? You integrate it. Okay, integrating above equation, you will get, so d of integration of d of R is equal to minus K into, you cannot integrate this constant K, so integration of dt. Okay, K is a constant, so you cannot write or integrate constants. So for integration of d of R is equal to R only. In mathematics you are going to study about this one also. For time being you remember this, integration of d of R is equal to R, which is equal to minus K into integration of dt is equal to T plus integration constant I. In mathematics you may be writing it as C, here we write it as I. I will call this as equation number 1. Okay, after this we have to get the value of I. You have to find the value of I. How? You have to assume initial conditions. Assuming initial conditions. So you have to write everything, otherwise you lose marks. Assuming initial conditions. Initial condition means before the start of the reaction, time t equal to 0, and at that time concentration is equal to R is equal to R naught. So you have to substitute these initial conditions in this equation number 1. I'll write it here. So in this equation you have to write, so R becomes equal to R naught. Okay, equal to minus K into T. T is how much? 0 plus I. So I is equal to how much? I is equal to R naught. Now you substitute the value of I. Substitute the value of I in equation 1. Okay, in equation 1. So in this equation you have to substitute. So what you will get, R is equal to minus K into T plus R naught. Now you rearrange this. KT is equal to R naught minus R, or we have to get the equation for K, rate constant. K is equal to R naught minus R divided by T. So this is very, very important. Okay, if you derive up to this much, you will get 3 marks. Understood? Yes. Next, what are the other things related to this equation? One and one I will explain. So this equation, you can call it as equation number 2, is in the form y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, now for this we can draw a graph, or I will draw it here. Along y-axis I have to take concentration, along x-axis I have to take time. This is straight line, graph will be a straight line. This is y-intercept, this is slope, graph will be like this. And this is the intercept, which is known as R naught, initial concentration, and slope is equal to K. Okay, K is equal to minus slope. Is it correct? Yes. So this is the graph R versus T. If they have give you the graph like this, then it is corresponding to first order reaction. ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಈ ತರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೆ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸಲ 2 ಸಲ ಬರೆದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ 100% ಈ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಯುಯಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಗೆ ಇದು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? yes. Next, one more thing related to this equation is related to half life. Okay, half life ಗೆ related ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. I will explain. So what is half life of a reaction? ಈ half life ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Half life ಅಂದ್ರೆ it's the time taken to reduce the concentration of the reactant to half of its initial value or initial concentration. It's the time taken for what? Time taken for reducing the concentration of reactant to half of its initial value. Okay, initial value. If at time t equal to 0, concentration, if R is equal to R naught, if the concentration is equal to R naught, after half-life period, when time t becomes equal to t half, your R becomes equal to what? R naught divided by 2. Is it correct? Time taken to reduce the concentration of reactant to half of its initial value. If R naught is the initial concentration, then half-life will be R naught by 2. Is it clear? Yes. Now we are going to derive one more equation under this, that is the equation for half-life of a chemical reaction, or half-life for a zero order reaction. Understood? Yes, let us see it. Yes. Now I'll derive the equation half-life for a half-life of zero order reaction. For that, directly straight away you write this equation. K is equal to R naught. In your exam also they will ask it for 2 marks. No need to derive all these things. Straight away you can start from here. T. Now we are going to derive the equation for half-life, that is T half. Okay, therefore you write this equation as T is equal to R naught minus R divided by K. Now T is equal to T half. What is equal to R? R is equal to R naught divided by 2. Now you substitute this in this equation. T half is equal to R naught minus R naught by 2 divided by K. That is, T half is equal to 2R naught LCM, that minus R naught divided by 2 into K. So that is R naught divided by 2K. So T half half-life of zero order reaction is given by T half is equal to R naught divided by 2K. This is very, very important. That means T half of zero order reaction is directly proportional to the initial concentration of reactant. Remember this. Thank you.